When people talk about hip-hop, they usually think of spitting fat rhymes or busting out the best moves in a dance battle. But that view of hip-hop is only grazing the surface of the hundreds of insanely popular subgenres that it holds. Today I'll be talking to you about one of hip-hop's most undoubtedly famous subgenres, which is currently one of the biggest music genres in the United States: trap. Trap originally came out of the southern United States, specifically Atlanta, in the late 1990s, with talents such as Lil Jon, DJ Paul, and Outkast, originally setting the stage for what would eventually turn out to be a billion-dollar industry. The term trap is a shortening of the term trap house, which comes from the Atlanta slang for where one goes to buy drugs. But many rappers use the term trap to describe much more than just a place they used to buy drugs at. Many artists have used the term trap to describe bad living conditions or bad neighborhoods that they grew up in. In the 1990s, trap was known as more of an underground music style with a moderately sized audience, usually only based in Atlanta. The 1990s came with many famous and legendary hits such as
You got me bent like elbows, amongst other things, but I'm not worried. Cause when we set up in the party like I'm out, you scurry. So go get your fucking shine box and your sack of nickels. It tickles to see you try to be like Mr. Pickles. Daddy Fat Sacks, B-I-G-B-O-I is that same motherfucker that took them knuckles to your eye. And I try to warn you not to test, but you don't listen. Giving a shout out to my uncle.
These artists and many others were originally only in the Atlanta hip-hop scene, but the genre really started to spread throughout the world in the late 1990s and early 2000s with the likes of 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, and of course,
Soulja Boy tough.
With its hi-hats, synthesizer noises, and classic funky drum beats, trap really started to take off and develop into its own style and culture throughout the 2000s. It became much more widespread throughout the United States and eventually emerged as a recognized genre after the success of albums detailing the hardships of artists, growing up in bad neighborhoods, life in the trap, drug dealing, and their struggles for success. The genre was furthermore expanded upon by artists like T.I., Young Jeezy, Gucci Mane, Yo Gotti, and Rick Ross making crossover hits, trap music appearing on more mixtapes and radio stations nationwide. Here are some of 2000's most famous hits.
Yeah, you know they call me T.I., but you don't know me. You be hating and I see why, cause you don't know me. I think it's time I made a song for people who don't know me. I graduated at the streets, I'm a real OG. I've been trapping since I stood 4 feet. So all you rappers acting bad, you gon' have to show me. You gon' make me bring it.
Soulja Boy, I'm in it. Why me crack it? Why me roll? Why me crank that Soulja Boy? That Superman? That now why me crank that Soulja? 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 Now what? Soulja Boy, I'm in it. Why me crank it? Why me roll? Why me crank that Soulja Boy? That Superman? That now why me crank that Soulja?
By the beginning of the 2010s, trap music was starting to become one of the biggest and most listened to genres of music in the United States, with many artists like Chief Keef and Future sitting in the Billboard Hot 100s all the time. Many trap beat producers also started to gain notoriety with the catchy and memorable tags at the beginning of each song. Some of the most recognizable ones from the early 2010s are
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
The 2010s also brought forth the expanded usage of the 808s in trap beats. For anyone that doesn't know, 808s are low bass noises from a drum kick. 808s became a very big part and identifiable characteristic of trap because of their heavy usage. Around 2012, trap got a lot of mainstream attention again when rapper Fetty Wap's hit Trap Queen reached number 2 on Billboard's Hot 100. In the mid to late 2010s, there were copious amounts of new rappers grinding out trap records. Some of the most famous of these came around 2014 and 2020 are rappers like Lil Pump, Lil Uzi Vert, Travis Scott, Ski Mask Slump God, Nav, Pop Smoke, and Playboi Carti, and hundreds more. Within the past decade, there have been hundreds of thousands of songs that have been made in trap, but not all of them have gotten as famous as some that are still listened to today, such as these.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
And Chewy on some hot nigga. Like I told Tish, I see when I shot niggas. Like you seen him twirl, then he drop, nigga. And we keep the mind millies on my block, nigga. And Monte keep it on him, he done drop niggas. And he be wildin', he some hot nigga. Yo, Pierre.
You wanna come out here?
In New York, I merely rock. Hiding in my socks. Running from a up. And I shoot at up. What? And I'm on the block. What? And I'm on the block. In New York, I merely rock. Hiding in my socks. Hiding in my socks.
I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich. Throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. 713 through the 281, yeah, I'm riding.
As of 2020, rap is the most listened to genre in the United States, with trap being one of its most popular subgenres. Even though trap is a subgenre of rap, it still has its own subgenres. One of the most popular ones is known as drill. Drill originated in the south side of Chicago as a kind of offspring to trap. The trap rapper Chief Keef is said to have started the so-called drill movement with his aggressive and violent song, I Don't Like. Drill is a much more graphic variation of trap where gang violence is explained in a lot more unremorseful detail. Drill has also managed to travel across seas and land in the UK, where drill has a very large audience. Here are some examples of drill rap.
Critical, baby, it's about to get critical. My shades on, I feel invisible. I did a song on them in digital. Haters, miserable, ops, pitiful. I'm tired of all the subliminals. You shitting me, or I'm shitting you. Critical, baby, it's about to get critical. My shades on, I feel invisible. I did a song on them in digital. Haters,
Tired of seeing the can. Whole thing get shell lung. Got the fairy 4-4 big bang. Bro don't box like Joshua Shank, game popular, do man proper. Shot off, throw me a box and I got ya. Man take risks for the pounds and prosper. They have me in the can like Foster. Let the Starbucks for the cream, no Costa. Don't really want beef, he's copying me.
And you know the streets getting lit. Baby, welcome to the party. I'm off the mic, it's in the lean. That's why I'm over retarded. Baby, welcome to the party. I hit the boy up and then I go skating a Rari. Baby, welcome to the party. Bitch, I'm a dot. Give me lit.
Trap's second subgenre is known as funk. Funk is a style of trap that is heavily inspired by 1990s Memphis rap and uses nostalgic funk samples, often accompanied by vocals, usually from old Memphis rap tapes or other modern rap vocals. Here's a little snippet of what funk sounds like. Trap has been a very influential subgenre of rap and has brought talented rhymers and beat makers into the light to gift us with their blessed music. Without trap, we would not have the same internet trends, viral videos, and musically enjoyable moments that made up and still are making up people's lives. My name's Ollie, and thanks for watching.